I'm calling now on the Inter-Parliamentary Union. Its Deputy Secretary General, Mr. Martin Dugong. After his speech, his statement, we will hear the ASEAN and then the Bangladesh Disaster Preparedness Center. But first to IPU. Please, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate you all on convening this fourth global platform. It is taking place at a critical time as policymakers and practitioners come to grips with an unprecedented impact of disasters on people and societies. I'm honored to have this opportunity to speak at this landmark event on behalf of the Inter-Parliamentary Union and the global parliamentary community. Mr. Chair, ladies and gentlemen, figures speak volumes about the urgent need for coherent and effective measures to protect citizens and communities from the growing threat of disasters. I do not need to go into the details of how many people have been killed directly or affected by earthquakes, floods, and drought in the last 20 years. The economic losses brought about by natural disasters have been on a sharp rise over the years. What is even more disquieting for us is that this trend is not likely to go down, especially in view of the exponential growth of urbanization and increasingly severe weather conditions. Firmer action is therefore necessary. For the IPU, the impact of natural and man-made disasters is a critical political question in which parliamentarians have an important role to play. In cooperation with the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction, we have striven to mobilize legislators around this issue over the past several years. In the fall of 2010, we launched together here in Geneva an advocacy tool, or an advocacy kit for parliamentarians. This is a tool now available in the 6 official languages of the UN, designed to assist MPs in overseeing national progress and investments towards achieving the MDGs in their respective countries through the prism of disaster risk reduction. In both 2011 and 2012, we convened side events at IPU assemblies to explore concrete modalities through which parliaments and parliamentarians can address disaster risk reduction. Also in Quito in late March, the IPU member parliaments decided to formally place on the agenda of their Standing Committee on Sustainable Development, Finance and Trade the very topical issue entitled Towards Risk-Resilient Development, taking into consideration demographic trends and natural disasters. In October this year, we will be debating this issue and looking beyond the resolution that will come out of the discussions. We will be putting in place a mechanism for tracking progress and implementation of the resolution. Mr. Chair, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to conclude by pointing out that a fully representative parliament that has the requisite powers and means to express the will of the people and that can legislate and hold government to account is a key institution that can ensure disaster risk reduction. The IPU remains committed to its cooperation with the United Nations Office on Disaster Risk Reduction, and we hope that the important role of parliaments will be reflected in post-Hyogo, and we look forward to continuing cooperation between legislators and other policy makers to help mobilize parliamentary action towards building risk-resilient societies. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you to IPU.